History is in the news again this week, so let's get right to our top stories. In Philadelphia, the Museum of the American Revolution is facing a lot of criticism, including from its staff, over its decision to host a Moms for Liberty event. Moms for Liberty just this week was declared a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center for its efforts to ban books on LGBTQ+ and race and social justice themes. Many of these books are history books, not a good look for a history museum. Stay tuned on this one. In North Carolina, Fort Bragg became the latest military installation formerly named for a Confederate traitor to get a new name. Henceforth, it is now known as Fort Liberty. Descendants of General Braxton Bragg were, well, actually, we don't care. In nearby Greenville, South Carolina, local officials are taking some heat for creating posters to celebrate Juneteenth, some of which featured only white models. Mistakes were made, as they say. And in case you're wondering, I did check the Google, and the history of Juneteenth is in fact available on the interwebs. This week, the website Arizona Central published a report from ProPublica citing the fact that many museums, government agencies, and universities are refusing to return Native American remains to tribes, even though there is a 1990 law that compels them to do so. How many remains are we talking about? 110,000 Native American, Native Hawaiian, and Native Alaskan remains that were looted by white archaeologists, soldiers, government officials, and other scientists. The hope is that this report will increase the pressure on these agencies to comply with the law and return those remains. And finally, here's something that should make you smile. The Borscht Belt Historical Marker Project has unveiled its first historical marker, the first of 20 planned markers. The Borscht Belt is a section of upstate New York that was popular as a summer retreat for Jewish American families that were often excluded from resorts and hotels and summer spots elsewhere that were owned by non-Jews. One of the Borscht Belt's legacies is that it hosted some of America's greatest entertainers, from Louis Armstrong to Joan Rivers. If you've seen the TV show The Amazing Mrs. Maisel, then you'll recall that some of the episodes were set in the Borscht Belt. All right. That's going to do it for this week in History in the News. You can find links to all these stories in the notes that accompany this video, and we'll see you next week.